hope that everyone is having a great day today and life is awesome. So let me pop over to the page so we can get some questions answered. Let me pop that on. And Kay, I'm glad to hear that you're able to start to take a couple of actions. Let me know how things are working out on with us today. Susan, if you have really had a time, you've been doing allergy injections for 2 years and it's not helping, there's a couple of things I would do. One is certainly quercetin and nettles, and turmeric can help as well. And then honestly, I think you need to chunk back down and start looking at the gut, because that's where a lot of skin issues come from. So I mentioned in one of the videos last week about gut health, or actually a couple of weeks ago, I recorded this. There is a supplement made by Animal Biome called Immune Shield with Epicor. And I think I have to just do it this way. Let me swap this over. This has been very helpful for many pets with skin issues in particular, because again, enterocytes and colonocytes are epithelial cells, and so is the skin. So if we can start to slow down the way the immune system is reacting to skin cells, then we are going to start helping everything else. So Epicor is a product of Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which is essentially nutritional yeast, and it's got some other stuff mixed in there. This is the only thing concerning here as far as food sensitivities, kind of wants to help, is flaxseed and the garbanzo flour, but the rest of it we should be in good shape. But this may be helpful. The other thing you could consider is also going through a Glacier Peak's holistic life stress scan to start looking at food sensitivities. You could also look at doing the Animal Biome sequencing of the microbiome, and then using their FMT capsules, or probiotic supplements, I think they finally started calling it. And the reason that those may be of help is that you've been laying the groundwork with home cooking to the point where we can add a few other fibers based on the result of the Animal Biome test, and then kind of go from there. So start with the simple stuff as far as reducing inflammation and itching. But if you've done all of that for almost 2 years, then that's not going to work. The one other thing I would say too is if it's been 2 years and you've been using injections and there were molds and dust mites that were allergens, I would consider switching to the oral ones. And Bettina, really glad to see Murphy is doing better. The palsy looks like it's almost all gone around the eye, but still we got a little droopies on the face, so we're getting there. But glad things are going well. And I think what's reasonable is to do what you're saying. I mean, it used to be on the human side that if you found a tick, then you could go get a big dose of doxycycline and kind of knock everything out. And then the other thing would be to, see what Dr. Lisa says, certainly, and then also start looking at tick repellents. So let's see, May is having more trouble with spirit stool consistency. What I would do, is if it's been 10 days since you've tried the sardine oil and you're still in mostly formed, but it's not getting better, is it sounds like sardine oil is just not going to work for him. The other thing you could try would be dosing it every other day and see if that helps. And then lastly, because you're after some omega-3 fatty acids being added in, then you could consider the algae-based omega-3 fatty acids. Hope that helps. That is an adorable picture of Abner and the group, Mary, Bear, and Murphy. And that's that beautiful shelter. Okay, I love the question, and my immediate thought was, okay, how about an e-collar for chicken? Because it sounds like that's what you would need. And so, lo and behold, somebody else actually has a solution for that problem. So I will grab this and dump it in here, but evidently she had some problems with a wound or something of this nature. And so here's how she ended up making it. And voila, Luna with her e-collar on. But that, the goal is to make it big enough so it will not allow your pullet to turn around and start pecking at that wound and let it heal up. Oh, good. Pam says, yay for spirit. This morning the poop was well formed, and so it sounds like you stopped using it and it went back to normal. Okay. Good deal. Let's see. Let me go back to the Facebook page and make sure we don't have more stuff. More questions to answer. I think we're getting to the end of it. And there's the update on Murphy. Yeah, and I'm glad you didn't vaccinate Bear. I think that just was not going to be good. So this is interesting. If he was light sensitive, it sounds like he had enough edema in his brain to affect his optical nerve. I have certainly had that sensation. All right, cool. I think we're getting down to the end of the questions. Let me pop back over here and shut this off. Let me just check my cheat sheet and make sure I haven't left anybody out. Linda was asking about, actually there's two more. Share this page. Gina's asking about Bella, and if you've given it already, Gina, and you've not seen anything change for the worse, then you may be okay with the mega mucosa. If it is creating problems, then what I would suggest doing is using Heartburn PX, which is also a human product, but it does not have any animal products in it, but I think that may be of help. But try, if you haven't seen any issues with the heartburn with the mega mucosa, then you may be okay using it. And then, yes, this is probably hyperkeratosis. What I would suggest doing is just trimming this stuff as best as possible. And I cannot remember if you can use omega-3 fatty acids or not, but I would certainly do that. And this might also be a situation where you would use probably 15,000 IUs of vitamin A per day, since Bella is a big girl. That will help the skin grow more normally. And Melinda, glad you got Willow over to a specialist, and I'm glad that she actually went through all of the diagnostics that we discussed earlier. And it looks like she's still leaving portosystemic shunt on the table, although she's not so sure about that. So let's see if I can share that report. And I'm glad that all of that stuff was normal. And, if you're still seeing problems with the stool off and on, then I would try. You can try the regular puppy diet and see if it helps or it doesn't help. And then you can stick with the Tom and Sawyer's beef and pasta, or you can make a a consistent crock-pot diet vaccine. And then rabies vaccine, yes, it probably is time to go ahead with that. And then the RAIN clinical animal nutrition is a little bit better option than some of the other ones. But again, try what she's suggesting and see if it works or doesn't work, because it is not one size fits all as far as diet goes. And then let us know how we can help you going forward. But I would give that diet a try for 3 to 4 weeks, see if things get better, and also see if she can gain more weight, because that really has been frustrating for you, and Willow just has been so thin. And then Hannah will reach out with you, or Paul will reach out to you about the thuja. And I think that's it. So I think that's what we've got for you this week. This was the other thing. If the megamucosa isn't working for Bella, then here's the Heartburn TX link. So let's see. Let me make sure everything else is answered. Anything else I can help you all with today? If not, I will see you next week. We do have a Memorial Day sale coming up, so look for that. And then, as I said, I'll be talking with Dr. Chris Passant next Tuesday, and we'll get some more information on Chinese herbals and kind of how to use them empirically, for lack of a better description, meaning like, oh, my dog has this, and so this would be the right thing to use. All right, until next week, give everybody a big hug, and glad everybody